GLP or glucagon-like peptide is a hormone your body produces naturally. So I'm going to walk you through 5 of the best lifestyle inputs that you can prioritize in order to do so. I'll also walk you through at the end a couple of supplements that my clients have found to be really helpful. Now, these are lifestyle inputs that I recommend to all of my clients, not just the ones that are on GLP-1s. And the reason being, these are extremely helpful for managing cravings and eating behaviors. So I'm going to write these out and then I'll explain more in depth what you want to prioritize for each of them. And the reason, like when I work with a client that is on a GLP-1, one of our top priorities is to get off of them. On one hand, that's because nobody wants to inject themselves or take a pharmaceutical if they don't have to. And on the other hand, there's some nasty side effects that don't really get talked about a whole lot when it comes to GLP-1 inhibitors. You run the risk of losing skeletal muscle, which is your longevity organ. And GLP-1s don't just inhibit your desire for food, they just inhibit your desire in general. You have receptors in your brain for glucagon-like peptide. And so when you inhibit your desire for food, you're also inhibiting your desire for any other goals you might have in your life, things like a promotion, even your desire for a partner. There's a whole category of divorces now called Ozempic divorces. So this is a much better way to approach your cravings and body composition. And before I go through the details of each of these, if you like this type of content, the whiteboard sort of raw breakdowns like this, please drop a comment and let me know. If you absolutely hate it, let me know too, so I don't do it anymore. So first one, fiber. You want to prioritize soluble fiber, and more specifically, resistant starch. Now, resistant starch is in things like sweet potato. You can even turn regular potatoes or regular rice into resistant starch by cooking it and then cooling it. It's in things like legumes, Brussels sprouts, onions, garlic, asparagus. It helps slow down gastric emptying. It helps stimulate cells in your gut to release glucagon-like peptide. So I usually recommend that clients aim for 10 grams per meal. So that's a pretty good target. Now, for protein, we're talking about complete protein, meaning it has all of the essential amino acids. Now, these are primarily animal foods. You can certainly put together combinations of plant-based foods, but you really want to make sure that you're getting all the essential amino acids. Certain amino acids, things like arginine and leucine and glutamine, these are the ones that are going to trigger the vast majority of GLP-1. And so you're going to find those most in animal foods, things like meat, fish, eggs, dairy. And I think the most powerful combination is just starting with these two of getting complete protein and fiber. Now, healthy fats, I usually tell clients to prioritize monounsaturated fats and omega-3 fatty acids. So that would be in things like eggs and olive oil, avocados, nuts. Obviously, there's going to be some in meat, especially if you're getting high quality beef as well. So that's another one. Monounsaturated fat and omega-3 fatty acids. These are going to slow down gastric emptying. So they're going to keep food in your digestive tract for longer. And that then is going to obviously allow the fiber in the protein to trigger more GLP-1 release. You see how this all sort of fits together. The fourth one is gut optimization. And these first 4 actually align with a principle that I teach to all of my clients, which is the 4 true macros that you should prioritize in your diet: protein, fat, fiber, and ferments. So you have complete protein here, you have healthy fats, you have fiber, and then one of the simplest ways to optimize your gut is with fermented foods. These might be fermented vegetables like kimchi or sauerkraut. It could also be things like yogurt. So authentic yogurt that's got 0 sugar added. That's a good option. Raw cheese is a good option. Even something like kefir. Or if you're looking for more of a vegetarian option, you have natto or fermented soybeans. You have miso. And then the last one here is exercise. So most people are surprised by this, but consistent aerobic and resistance training actually triggers the release of GLP-1. So aerobic, that could be even just walking or a light jog. And then resistance training or strength training is the next one. Now, those 2 things in combination, if you're doing them each, let's say 2 days per week, is enough to significantly improve a state of metabolic dysfunction. And if you have metabolic dysfunction, chances are your diet has lacked in some of these other things. So shifting that in the right direction and making some of these changes is going to significantly improve your GLP-1 release and thus your cravings, your eating behaviors. It's going to make it way easier to lose weight and maintain a lean athletic body. Now I'll go through a couple of natural supplements that you could use to also either directly help with the secretion of GLP or indirectly. So they activate like the AMPK pathway. So the first one I've recommended to a ton of clients, and I talk about it all the time, Berberine. This is probably the one that has the most data and most significant impact on glucagon-like peptide and works both directly and indirectly. The next one is curcumin, or the active ingredient in turmeric. So this is another good one. Turmeric I recommend all the time, especially if you have any sort of joint pain or you get migraines. The next one, same sort of category, which is ginger. Both of these are extremely potent anti-inflammatories. They're very effective for metabolic health. They help with weight loss. They help with cravings. So these are probably the top three. And then the last one I'm going to add is Ceylon cinnamon. And each of these isn't even necessarily a supplement. So berberine, you really only get in supplementation. You're not going to put it on food. But curcumin, obviously, active ingredient in turmeric. You can make curries and different spices. You could flavor your chicken, your eggs with turmeric very easily. It tastes pretty good if you make some combinations with garlic and salt. Ginger doesn't go as well nearly with things like eggs and chicken, but definitely can mix it into stir fries. Ceylon cinnamon, you can add on top of the yogurt. You can add some berries in there. You could add it to your coffee. That's how I consume it. I put Ceylon cinnamon in my coffee every morning. So these are 4 different compounds that also help enhance your natural release of glucagon-like peptide. As I said before, if you like this style of video and you want to see more of them, please let me know in the comments. I'm happy to add more of these into my routine. Regardless, I appreciate you for being here. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you on the next video.